I go first. Your boy B. Davis, Hartford Zone, man.
Yeah, B. Davis, aka Associate Director of the Frontlines.
Yeah, there you go.
AKA Producer.
There you go.
AKA Chief of Staff. AKA the Chief of Staff is a new one.
Yeah,
Chief of Staff is a new one. That's brand new.
Still can't used to that one.
Yeah. AKA Hardest DJ in the city.
Word.
AKA you know, I don't want to throw out no new titles, but him and bass is like Eric B and Rakim, bro. Like best rapper in the that's a pedigree in the DJ with a DJ with a business mind. Yo, bro, that's hard, bro. And like not just a business mind, but somebody who ain't gonna give up type. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be there, he gonna show up.
It's a fact.
So nah, like there's a lot of AKAs on that B Davis name, but
appreciate you.
You know, we call him the hardest working man in Hartford.
Facts.
I'm Kennard Ray. Right now, you're speaking with the Frontlines.
In the back, we need more Narcan for the trap. Might lose one off this batch if we don't get more Narcan in this trap. We need more Narcan in the trap. We need more Narcan in the trap. This ain't what the clowns like. If black thoughts so fat and all, this is what it would sound like.
Welcome to the Frontlines. The origin of the name, how we got there, and how we got to the concept. I don't have a lot of time, but you know we always got time for chant. Essentially, 2020, 2021, the onset of the pandemic. You know, I have been working closely with Andrew Woods and Mark Jenkins prior to it. Prior to the pandemic, those are my friends, but also, you know, like we just all, Mark is a client of mine and Andrew is a thought partner. They're both thought partners. So seeing a shift, obviously, once the pandemic started. You've seen streets getting more violent. You've seen overdoses increasing by multiple fold. And when I went to talk to them each, talked to one on Thursday and one on Friday, they essentially had, you know, the same idea about it. Like, hey, this is what happens. You know, this is what's happening, and we need more help, right? Like, if we continue to do this at this pace, we gonna burn out. But this is what's happening. You know, like, and so, you know, I walked away. There had already been seedlings of filming some stuff at HCTC, Hartford Communities That Care, just a little burst, filming with Mark Jenkins's organization that had gone from being the Greater Hartford Harm Reduction Coalition to becoming the Connecticut Harm Reduction Alliance during this time. And I just put pen to paper, or rather, you know, start typing, and the concept was born. At first, I was like, money and violence. Obviously, we already got that, right? Or I was thinking drugs and violence, but I was like, money and violence is already a thing. And this is not, it's not a you know, like a scripted show or something like that. This is what I planned to bring to the world, was the realities. You know, just being on the scene, being in the trenches, being in the offices, getting into the minds of the people who live the life of changing, community change on the front lines. Just as basic as that. You know what I'm saying? Working to help and save the community in any way that it can, yet at the same time, people not noticing, and if anything, questioning all that they do. So, you know, that's how the concept is going.
I mean, I always knew Hartford was like every other city that we hear, you know what I'm saying? Whether it, you know, when it comes to the violence, being from Hartford, you know that. You know, people from outside of Hartford may not know that, but being from Hartford, you kind of aware, like, oh no, we got a lot of things in common with every other place. But being behind the camera and documenting the city, you kind of realize how layered this city is, how impactful everything is in the city, how connected it is, right? Like we watch shows like The Wire and we see how, like we see the mayor and we see the dudes in the projects, and like that's basically what I was doing all summer long. Like I was basically living The Wire, so so it's like seeing that Hartford is just like any other places they show is like, yeah, nah, this city got issues just like any big city. You know, we may not be that large in population, but the problems are still the same.
Episode 1 through 6, it's all on YouTube. Episode 1, there's a war going on. Help me with it. There's a war going on outside.
There you go.
Episode 2, fentanyl kills. Episode 3,
Home Sweet Home.
Episode 4,
sometimes the rap game reminds me of, yes.
Episode 5,
Life After Death.
Life After Death.
Yes.
Episode 6,
what's that? The Outside for Real. Yeah, Outside for Real.
and
we outside for real.
For real. If you see it, like the entire, with the exception of 1 or 2, I don't know. No one has ever said this, but almost all the episodes are named after a rap song or rap
that's
theme.
a fact. That's
you know
a fact.
what I'm saying?
I picked that up.
Yeah, I know you picked it up, but I don't know if anybody ever recognized that.
Nah,
like
that's
nobody,
all.
I never
That's
see
all.
that in the comments. I be seeing great comments, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
y'all realize I'm naming these after.
Yeah, nah, they gonna pick up on that, and that's the thing,
Soundtrack
like,
to the streets.
the Frontlines is for now, but it's really for the generations to come. You know what I'm saying? It's really not only documenting the city, but it's documenting people, creativity, you know, creative geniuses, you know what I'm saying, that walk amongst us. Like a lot of times we overlook our own talents in the city, and I think the Frontlines is really capturing all of that right now. Shouts out to the Frontlines, man. Shouts out to the whole crew, from the cameramen. Do we want to shout them out? Alex,
Shout 'em out.
Ja, shouts out to Vanye, shouts out to Darius, shouts out to my guy Josiah, shouts out to Adele, Big Adele.
Yeah.
Salute.
Yeah.
That's the general right there, man. Shouts out to I know I'm forgetting people.
There's so many.
I know I'm forgetting people.
I heard you shout out a good number of people.
Shouts out to my sister. She worked a few weeks.
As a researcher, you shout out Ja, right?
Yes,
You shouted out Ja.
Yes.
Vanye,
Yes.
Big Vanye,
Yes.
Existence, aka CJ,
Yes,
aka,
shouts
you know,
out to CJ,
got a whole,
yes,
a whole lot of
yes.
AKAs in there with CJ, bro. But if y'all looking for a dope, I mean, everybody we listening are among some of the most talented people in the city.
Right. Shouts out to Reg.
Shout outs to Reg.
Yeah.
It's like, so the fact that
My guy Alex Klimkowski, man.
Exactly. We started in what's his Klimko Productions.
Yes,
We started, man, we started from nothing, and the snowball effect.
Yeah.
And there were things throughout the process that could have broke the whole thing down, but we made it work. You know what I'm saying? The intestinal fortitude it took, and I'm not talking about like as an individual. I'm talking about as a group. The stuff that we needed to keep pushing. Yo, bro, we learned.
Absolutely.
We pushed through a lot of adversity through the time. So, Josiah.
Yeah.
Shout out Josiah.
Yeah.
Shout out Josiah.
Shout out to Josiah. Yeah, I want y'all to go check it out.
Aaron
man.
Ellis,
Yeah,
JV
Aaron
Harvey,
Ellis. Yeah, JV
Victor.
Harvey, definitely. We put a lot into it, man. All the names we just said are very talented individuals, and they put their all into it. So we just want y'all to check it out, man. It's already doing numbers on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. Pardon me. So go check it out. Like, comment, subscribe.
Shout out Bo. I gotta have some of my childhood friends pick up a camera.
That's a fact.
And get involved. Like, it's crazy. Shout out Raul.
Shouts out to the cast of the front.
Johnny. Shout out Johnny.
Oh, shouts out to
Frontline Johnny.
Yeah, shouts out to
Y'all know Johnny from Snap, and you know Johnny.
Yeah,
Johnny
TikTok,
reporting live all through TikTok.
Yeah.
Yo,
He's
shout
on
out
the
to Johnny.
Frontlines.
Like
You know what I'm
yo, and then another great part about the Frontlines, bro. In addition to people showcasing their talents, because that's one of the things that, you know, people, you know, like, of course, that's almost a given, but we got, did we shout out Darius?
Yes. Shouts out to Darius.
Shout out Darius. We got some people, this the best check they ever seen, bro. honestly.
Yeah.
As far as like working on the day-to-day and being able to do something for like that has to do with your talents.
Yes, that you love.
That you love, you know what I'm saying? And but like getting to see that is actually possible, and it's a real thing here in your city, man. Shout out to everybody who worked with us throughout this time, because if it wasn't for us, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have been able to keep it going.
That's a fact. Shouts out to everybody that was in front of the camera too. People like Scott, people like Scar, you know what I'm saying? Ruby, you know what I'm saying?
Shop.
People like Shock.
I mean, just everybody. It's everybody. Because B Davis, one of the reasons y'all got to get the feel that B Davis was behind the camera so much of the time was because B Davis was actually interviewing some of everybody, and it's not while holding the camera. That happened a lot too, but B Davis interviewed everybody from the former drug czar of the United States of America. This is real shit.
Yeah.
To being in a shack, nose dripping overnight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
whoa, that sounded crazy.
I mean, I didn't say you was putting stuff up your nose.
Okay.
His nose was dripping because it was cold. We were there together. I assure you, he's not using anything heavier than what we used to let Fine Fellow.
He was too comfortable.
Again, shout out to Fine Fellow.
Yep.
Chatting with Champ, man. We here, we do this, we outside for real. There's a war going on outside, man. All that frontline shit. Like, comment, subscribe. Shouts out to the whole city, man. Yeah, share it, man. Share it.
Because if you love it, your friend might love it.
Absolutely, man. This is something that the whole community needs to see, man, and it's dope. All right, Chatting with Champ. Peace.
This ain't what the clowns like. And Black Thought so fat and all this is what it would sound